Once upon a time, there was a very hard-working man who was working in the king's palace as a gardener. He was married to a woman who was very talkative and would not keep any secret with her. The man loved his job and would leave his house very early to go and take care of the king's palace. Everyone in the palace loved his good work and the way he enjoyed his work without complaining. Despite being hardworking, the man was very poor. Every time he reached his house, he would comfort and promise his wife that one day they would get rich. One day, as he was working in the king's palace, he came across a basket full of gold. At first, he thought that it was a trap to test his faithfulness, and therefore he assumed it. When he reached home, he did not sleep well. His mind was carried away by the basket full of gold, thinking how stupid he was leaving the basket full of gold. The following morning, the hard-working man woke up very early and went to the king's palace as usual. When he reached the king's palace, he straight away went to where he left the basket full of gold to confirm if the basket was still there. Lucky enough, he found the basket full of gold the same place he left it. First thing he did was to change the location of the basket so that whoever kept it would not trace it back. He then continued with his daily work, and then in the evening, he managed to escape with the basket full of gold. On his way home, he remembered that his wife was very talkative and would not keep any secret about the basket. His greatest fear was that the wife would tell anyone in the village about the basket full of gold, and this would have costed him his gold coins and his job if the message reached the king. A few meters before he reached his house, he decided to hide the basket with gold. He then went to the market and bought some ripe bananas. He went and hid them somewhere in the bush, and then before the darkness fell, he asked her wife to accompany him. When they reached where the bush was, the man pretended to look for something and then suddenly picked the bananas and gave them to his wife. They then continued with the journey, and when they reached where the basket with the gold coins was hidden, he again instructed the wife to go and collect it, assuming that he did not know what was inside. When the wife confirmed that the basket was full of gold coins, he became more excited and started screaming. The husband calmed her down and insisted to her that she should not dare inform anyone about the gold coins. They went home happy together, thinking of how rich they will become from the gold coins found. The following day, before the man left for work, she reminded the wife to remain calm and never alert anyone about the gold coins. In the king's palace, it was reported that there were some gold coins missing. The man kept calm and never said a word about the coins. Her wife on the other side fell into temptations. She could not remain calm at home. She went outside informing everyone of how rich they would be, as people were making fun of them because they were poor. In the evening, the man would always ask the wife, "Have you informed anyone about the gold coins?" The wife would answer, "No, my husband, I promised I will keep quiet as you look for someone to buy the gold coins." One day, the man reported in the king's palace for work as usual. At the gate, he was stopped by the king's guards and was told to take them to their house. The man started to panic. He had no words to say as he knew that the wife had betrayed her. When they reached the house, the guards started to search for the coins. They searched and searched, but they could not trace the coins. The man was surprised to find that there were no golds in the house, and that was the only hope. The guards left the man, but gave the news that the king had directed that he should never report back to the palace for work. The man was left disappointed and hopeless. He did not know what to do, and he knew he would become poorer. The wife looked sadder about the issue. That night, as they were sleeping, the wife woke the husband. She looked at him and informed him, "I already gotten the buyer of the gold coins." "Where are they?" the husband asked. "They are already with the buyer, and because I knew they would not be safe here, that's why I left them with the buyer. We are supposed to go and collect our money tomorrow." The husband got excited and hugged the wife. The following day, they went and collected the money and went to another village and started a new life. They lived happily together. Remember, hitting that like button means a lot to us. Your subscription to our videos too has been a great motivation. Be part of the family. Subscribe.